Okay, here's where we're at today. Got a little ahead of myself here and didn't get much for video in the mock-up stage. But I will on the other side. I'm doing one side at a time just to make sure that I have one side that I can keep measurements off of and make sure I'm in the right spot. But this one I had mocked up. Just got it screwed in with sheet metal screw here just to hold the inner kick panel on, and here also, just to get everything in the right spot. Measured. Had some trouble with fitment on these pieces. I don't know if you can really tell here, but we're super wide down here. You know, this whole piece here is supposed to be straight, which it is not. So it gets really wide here. That middle line here is the line I was going for, to be at 37 1/16 from here where the B-pillar hits the inner rocker to here is supposed to be 37 1/16 of an inch, give or take. So got it all measured up, and as you can see up here, that line, a little blurry, this line here is supposed to be straight all the way down through this line right here. Well, it didn't line up great, so I kind of had to split the difference, make some adjustments, but everything worked out okay. We are ready to start welding it in. I have my A-pillar and I've just mocked it up. Got it in here, stuck in place. Just use sheet metal screws, get it all lined back up with my lines here. Make sure everything's in the right spot. Then I sheet metal screw everything together. Take all my measurements. Measurements are 39 inches. Let's try this again. 39 inches from this bolt hole in your A-pillar to the edge of your bed, the edge of your box side. 39 inches. Here to here, 39 inches here to here, and 39 inches from here to here. 39 inches, every one of them. So this 37 1/16 from here to here is not an absolute critical measurement. It's a good spot to get started with, but your parts are going to determine your measurements there. Your solid measurements have to be from your bolt holes here, here, and here in your A-pillar. 39 inches from these bolt holes to the front of your bed. Critical measurement. Everything else is kind of adjustable. What I did, my measurement for the dash was 22.5 inches from this little point right here down to the top of your inner rocker. 22.5 inches. From the tip of that little spot right there down to the top of your inner rocker, 22.5 inches. There's another measurement. I don't recall for sure, so I might get myself in trouble saying this one, but I believe it's from here to here is 21 inches from here to here. We might want to double check that one, but I believe that's the magic number there. This one was just easy, out in the open. It's right there, so I measured off of that. So once I get everything screwed in, I welded my floor brace and inner kick panel, inner rocker panel. Welded those all up. Got my A-pillar lined up, marked here. Screwed it in with some sheet metal screws, and then double, triple, quadruple checked my measurements from these holes back to the front of the bed. 39 inches. 39 inches. So I'm going to, now that I've got the inner kick panel mocked up in place where it belongs, we are going to put our sheet metal screws back in, get everything tightened up on the A-pillar, start welding holes shut, and then once we get all our holes done, we're going to pop the little sheet metal screws out of there and weld those holes shut and make sure our measurements are correct. And this side A-pillar will be done. So I'm going to be at this point of A-pillar, inner kick panel, inner rocker, rear floor brace, middle floor brace, and front floor brace are all going to be done, welded, done, ready for floor. Then we will move on to the passenger side, and I'll try to get a little bit more video on that side. Measurements, process. There was just a lot of fitting and cutting and grinding and measuring and everything that I was doing today, but I will get more video on the other side. If you guys have a better way, easier way, faster way that I'm missing, surely throw something in the comments and help everybody else out too. But always make sure you get your measurements right. There's a lot of places out there that throw measurements out, and you know they're not all going to be absolutely rock solid. But you know, these A-pillars to B-pillars are pretty important. Really, that's your only body line gaps that you really have to worry about. So if you get your A-pillar and your B-pillar in the right spot, everything's squared up on your inner rocker, everything should line up pretty good. These panels are, these pieces are, I ordered everything from Bronco Graveyard. They're pretty good. Everything is working well. Some of it, you got to kind of finesse a little bit. You got to, maybe flatten a tab here or there. Just clean things up a little bit. Stampings aren't always going to be perfect being remanufactured. So just take your time, get your measurements. If you have any other ideas, throw them in the comments. See you next time.